Police have arrested Frank James. This is the guy accused of unleashing hell on a crowded subway yesterday morning, shooting 10 and injuring 23 in a flurry of gunfire and smoke bombs. The shooter called the police on himself as he calmly strolled around the city for 29 hours, even popping into a McDonald's. Just got a number 3. They took him into custody without a fight. Police have not yet released a motive, but here at Primetime, we've been doing some investigating and found some very disturbing videos on his social media pages where he's just spewing black nationalist ideology. Quote, "White people and black people, as we call ourselves, should not have any contact with each other." In another video, he said, "A factory reset on humanity is needed in order for you to have any thought of having a effing future. There are people, white people in this country, because I'm getting tired of you, and I'm black." He continued, quote, "I am so happy, I have a sense of joy. I've seen a side to human beings, and they need to die. They need to suffer and drop effing dead." He went on to celebrate the confirmation of Judge Ketanji Brown, but the fact that she was married to a white guy made him furious. Quote, "Yeah, our black sister, Supreme Court Justice, power to the people, is married to an effing white man. I don't believe this bleep." In one video, he can be seen outside screaming at unsuspecting people just walking down the street. Quote, "F you and your white ass too, you white racist mother effer. You're something less than human today. You shouldn't even exist. You're a crime against effing nature, you Spanish-speaking mother effer." For years, this freak was letting the world know his deepest, darkest thoughts. And big tech never flagged it. They consider themselves the speech police of what's right and wrong to post. Saying gender is real is considered hate speech online. But kill whitey is just fine. And of course, this guy, Frank James, has a long rap sheet.
His arrest history in New York is 9 prior arrests, dating from 1992 to 1998. Those include possession of burglary tools 4 times, criminal sex act, theft of service 2 times. He was arrested on a New Jersey warrant. He also has a criminal tampering. He has 3 arrests in New Jersey, 1991, 1992, and 2007. They are for trespass, larceny, and disorderly conduct.
That arrest record, combined with the years of twisted videos, how was this guy not on the FBI's radar?
There has been some reports that FBI holdings to date had a tie to Mr. James. I want to be very clear that to date we have found no record of an investigation of Frank R. James by
Kidnappers, missing, dangerous radicals just right under their nose. If you watch the mainstream media, you'd have no idea black nationalists even exist. As soon as the press realizes the attacks don't fit their narrative, they bury the story. Remember the Waukesha massacre, where Darrell Brooks rammed his SUV through a Christmas parade, injuring 62 and killing 6? Brooks also has a lengthy record and shared plenty of posts on social media calling for violence against white people, saying Hitler was right, and comparing cops to the Klan. We reached out to the FBI to see if they figured out what his motive was for plowing down innocent civilians. And the FBI referred us to local authorities who haven't gotten back to us. Last April, Noah Green rammed his car into 2 officers at the nation's capital, killing one of the officers. He was a follower of that outspoken anti-Semite Louis Farrakhan. And in Louisville, Quintez Brown, who was once honored by Barack Obama and made appearances on MSNBC, was arrested for trying to assassinate a Jewish mayoral candidate, Craig Greenberg. A local BLM chapter bailed him out soon after posting 100 G's. He supported armed militant groups online and talked
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel, brother, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Real quick, this is just a lesson through the spirit. I kind of went into it yesterday about how the elites are trying to build a narrative, a case against the Hebrew Israelites, okay? And they set up this guy by the name of Frank James or James Frank. Forgot his name that quick. Anyway, it's irrelevant, but that shows you right here, man, that this devil, man, he has a trick up his sleeve, okay? Because the only thing you heard him do was badmouth and slander and say black this, black that, and they kept using that term, black nationalists, like, because that's a play on words, man. Because when you equate something like black this, black that, that's when people start to, the red alarms, red flags. Okay, and this person, Neo Beta Alpha 13, I was kind of reading a comment and he made some very interesting points regarding this topic, man. But nonetheless, they're getting ready to make their move, brothers. This is why we got to be circumspect, because they basically tried to play the narrative that the dude was being hateful towards Edomites, man. Oh, you shouldn't exist, X, Y, and Z. You're here, you're racist, this and this and that. And you know what they're getting at, okay? You know what they're getting at because they can easily say, well, you know what? We've traced this type of bigotry to those black Hebrew Israelites, is what Esau would call us, okay? Because if you look at what he said, even though what he said was biblical, but instead he didn't use the scriptures to support his backing cause, okay? It just came out as a form of hate. And that's the way that Esau is going to spin it, because what these devils do, they're going to spin a narrative and make it seem like this guy was a demon. He could be set up by them, okay, to come after us. But the reality of it is, even if he did say that, and even if this is a true thing, I mean, what about you? What about your terrorism? What about your hatred? Okay, because how was America founded? And it's still in business today based on the principles of slavery. So, if anything, this is a come and go situation when they apprehended this guy, but yet your whole American business adventure or endeavor is still intact based on the bloods of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So if you're going to talk about hatred and racism and extremism, you need to point the finger at yourself, man. Okay? That's why the scriptures say whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, because they're not taking account for what they've done, but instead they want to label a guy, which they changed the story several times. They said that he let off 33 shots and shot 13, but allegedly nobody was killed. Okay, so it's still an act of terrorism, but nobody was killed. And all of a sudden it was 23 shots and 10 hit, 10 injured. Like, make up your mind, man. Okay? And they're using the certain terms and the numbers of how they use. You got to pay attention to this man's witchcraft. All right? It's just straight. This is all witchcraft at the end of the day. It says, but they use the word black nationalists at least 30 times in 7 minutes. Okay, it says we clearly see where they are going with this, exactly because when they was making a statement at the beginning of the video about how he was speaking on so-called white people, and we don't even know if he said that. Okay, but yet they was reading his post and all that other stuff about how he felt about Edomites. Okay, and honestly, if you listen to some of those old videos of different groups and stuff like that, you could tell where they're trying to go with this. Okay, they're gonna say, well, look, these guys teach that, they say X, Y, and Z, the white man is the devil, and this is why all this radicalism is coming from, so they can blame us for it, man. Because we're in a time now that they're getting ready to start framing us and doing all types of evil shit to us, man. Okay, so we gotta really, really be grounded in this thing, man. Okay, it says they are truly going to make this a thing where they're trying to make it relevant. Of course, public opinion. It says they throwing that word around black people have conquered the world, like black people have conquered the world. It says own police departments control the job markets instead like we have a black house and our own media, but their media never misses a beat when it comes about black people. That's right, because I mean, you got the guy Cal Rittenhouse, you got the dude that shut up the black church. Those things were talked about for a couple of days and then they were out of the media. But they gonna run this into the ground because they're trying to paint a picture that blacks, or so-called blacks that's enlightened or woken up, are basically demons, man. Okay, and that's gonna be one of the narratives they use to investigate us. Okay, it says It says every time a white person claimed the media is attacking somehow beat all the charges, but these so-called equally as powerful fictitious black nationalists they are talking about did not, right? It says something is wrong. How did the white nationalists get off without jail time, but these powerful black nationalists did not? It says, I'll tell you why. It's because there's no such thing as a black identity extremist or black nationalists. It says clearly this is phase 2 of their black identity extremist narrative. Once again, they're trying to deflect from their own wickedness based on lies and their own lawless nature. And I'm driving, so Salakia, man. I'm trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It says their lawless nature where they want to commit crimes and not be held accountable for it, right? It says the old reverse psychology trick, and this is where a lot of our women get those tactics from. Women is quick to deflect what they did and try to pin it on you. And this is what this devil was doing. The old reverse psychology trick, they could try to create a black oppressor class and call it black nationalists, but we all know who the real oppressors are, and the devils have pink skin. That's, man, brother, you know, that you said a handful, man. That was, hey, I couldn't agree with it no better. Okay, I couldn't agree with it, but nonetheless, they setting the stage to persecute the men of the Lord. That's what this is going to, because, you know, some instances happen with a brother. He brought out a video about how they try to, you know, frame brothers up in a bunch of mischief, man. So, you know, hey, brothers, now is the time to really be circumspect, right? So this is the book of 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. We're not ignorant of his devices, right? This is another device by Esau Edom, which is called the devil and Satan, okay? He's playing the narratives. He's putting it in the news media. This is national news, all black people. But not for one time the so-called white man will look at the atrocities that he's committed, because you still have an active KKK Klansmen. You got doctors, lawyers, judges, cops are all part of this white nationalist group. But yet, why aren't they being talked about? Okay? You still have modern day plantations and backwoods and black back plantations, and yet nobody is, this is not making national news. Okay? You know, all you devils that get off. Okay, so it's just like all of a sudden, and this guy, like we said, what he did is wrong. Okay, but we believe that this is a government op. I believe that they set this up to attack us. But nonetheless, let's just say if this guy did go off and was bugged out, you know, a 62-year-old man decided to snap, like, give me a break. You know, James, Frank, like, what kind of name is that? You got 2 first names? Esau is sloppy with his narratives, but regardless of that, you know, they're gonna paint this picture of people and the truth being these type of people. So what they did, they took a strategic turn into labeling the Hebrew Israelites basically black identity extremists, man. That's what they did, okay? And this is what we're trying to tell you, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that this devil do not play fair, man, all right? And he's coming down on all of us, okay? No matter what group you in, what classification of religion you claim, if you speak out against this, or you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite, or anything of that nature, they gonna come for you, man, all right? And they came for the Lord. They came for the disciples, okay? They came for the prophets. They gonna come for everybody, man, okay? Meaning the people that's speaking truth, okay? GMS, damn sure they coming for us. They coming for you, Johanna. They coming for you, Nate. They coming for you, Zabat. They come for all you guys, man, okay? It's just the men of the great millstone, the righteous men of the great millstone, would be delivered from this. Because remember when Peter was shut up in prison and the angel came and tapped him on the side and told him to put on his garment and his sandals and dip, okay? Basically, I believe he blind. I don't think he blinded the guards, but they was like in a deep sleep, and the angel tapped them on the side, like, get up. So you're gonna have things like that that's gonna happen, because based on these falsified trunk charges, you're gonna have these devils that's gonna try to accuse brothers and throw brothers into prison, man, based on false narratives. Okay, this is why this book here, Revelation 12, and I'm gonna start at verses let me find it real quick. Salaki, like I said, I'm driving right now, so bear with me, man. All right, I needed to get this lesson out. Yep, this is the book of Revelation 12 and 10. And it says here, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come the salvation and the strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed, and the accuser of our brethren is cast down. Who is that? Esau, man. He's the accuser of the brethren, because he's accusing us to the Most High about things we ain't even doing. We're just out there trying to teach the word and wake up Jake, okay? We ain't out here plotting to overthrow no damn government, man. We ain't got the power for that. We gonna wait on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But we will tell you that your ass is going down. You're going into slavery. The Most High and His Son Yahweh Shai will overthrow this place in the fact that we will get spiritual powers and we will aid in the Lord's anger. Okay, but that's through the Spirit. There ain't nothing we gonna do of our own accord. But you don't care about us saying that, because regardless, you're gonna still label us demons, and that's fine, because you're setting up the direct scenario so the miracles can happen. So this is a good thing. Okay, you're setting up so the miracles can happen. Okay, because what you're gonna do, the Lord is gonna make another move. You're gonna do this. You're gonna label us. You're gonna put us in the media. Our lives are gonna be in danger for the most part. And then, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna come and deliver us, man. Okay, and I can foresee that through the Spirit. And brothers, you have to foresee that, man. Okay, it says, which accused them day and night before our power day and night. It says before our power day and night, and it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, right? And by the word of their testimony, and loved not their lives unto death. Okay, so hey, man, we gonna overcome. It is written. It's written that we have the victory. So don't let all this psychobabble, all this psychology, you know, mental psychology, and all this other falsified stuff trouble us, brothers. We already know what to expect when we became in His truth. Once we woke up to the fact we were Israelites, man. Okay, we knew what to expect. So don't act like, oh my God, what did I do? Nah, man, keep doing what you're doing. Simple, man. The Lord is going to give us the emboldening. He's going to give brothers power. Don't worry about it. Just stay faithful and keep doing what we're doing. The Lord got us, man. Okay, and you got to believe that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai got us. Because if you don't, then what's the whole point of being in this? Pack up and leave now if you're scared. Okay, because the scriptures say that, hey, there's no fear. Roughly paraphrasing it, it says here that the Most High have not gave us a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind. Okay, so this ain't nothing to be afraid of. It's just another, come on, man, go. It's just another scenario that Esau was pushing because he's losing his kingdom and he's hurt. He's the one that has to be worried. Okay, because he doesn't have a righteous power dealing with, I mean, he has the Most High dealing with him on the left hand side, but it's not written that Esau will get the victory. He is not going to get the victory, man. It's not going to happen. Okay, and that's a promise. But I'm gonna end it there, brothers, man. I'm driving. I don't want to be even more distracted. Giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom, blah blah blah.